welcome to Kansas Speedway. Qualifying underway for the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series. Drivers will have 2 laps to get done within 5 minutes. And we'll see who comes out on top at the end with the fastest time. Waiting for some drivers to actually get out there. So we see the 41, Sam Vanderplaat, getting out there, and he and seeded the 41 car. Apparently it's a Crocs car. Very unique paint scheme. Sam starts his first time lap. Other cars out on track with 3D6. I never asked how we pronounce this, so my bad if we butcher it. I'm going to go with Nekrich. Could be Nekrich. Go with Nekrich. How about that? The 6 car making his debut tonight. Trenton Sneed out on track. See Tombstone Game Farm Camaro. Tyler Lane and head out in his Mustang. Andrew Beach, his Dale Jr. throwback. Stop me if you've heard this before. Andrew Beach is in a Dale Jr. throwback. Time's starting to trickle in. Colin Teague, top of the charts. Then John Nekrich. I'm going to have to ask if he's going to be that fast. How to pronounce his name. Nekrich goes second overall, immediately top by the 20. He'll be on 11. Colin Teague still the top of the boards. Dalton Hayes fourth. Andrew Beach first lap put him fifth. Looks like maybe he contacted the wall and went down to pit lane to sit there. Nekrich confirmed for the pronunciation on the 16. John Nekrich. Trenton Sneed jumps up to third for his second lap. See if Ivan can pick up pole here. Wow. Ties to the 1,000th spot. Tiebreaker apparently going to Colin Teague. That's impressive. Both of them running a 31.521. Trenton out there getting extra practice laps in. Andrew Beach sitting in the pit lane. Matt Benke still on qualifying pace here. He's completed 1 lap, gone 11th quick. Right along with the Amtrak Camaro. Thanks, Cliff. Across the line. I think he's second lap slower, so he'll remain 11th quick overall. John Garrett out there on his qualifying attempt, along with Blake Giglio and Dylan Simmons. Garrett's first lap posted, 32.22. Put him 13th quick. See if he stands on lap number 2. There's the Artemis Esports Camaro for Blake Giglio. Currently coming to complete first lap. 31.65. Put him fairly well up the board, up to the 6th spot. See if we can top that on lap 2. First lap for Simmons did not count. Has to brush the wall. Brady Farrell is snuck in, so I think we got one more car for our field tonight. 15 so far have qualified for lap time now. Like John Garrett's second lap, a little bit quicker, sets him 11th quick at a 31.792. Mullins might get this lap in. And does. Cliff Mullins, 31.9, puts him 16th overall. Simmons' lap put him 13th. And that should be all the cars that get a lap in. Brady Farrell not going to make it back as time expires. Colin Teague, the highlighter, going to be your pole sitter for tonight's race. If you wonder why we call him that, just wait till you see his car. It will become very obvious very quickly. field getting out on the grid. Tyler Lehman, the highest one up right now. So we wait for everybody to file in. Go ahead and jump in on the close-ups and get our starting lineup music going. Lineup music presented by our friends at Labor 12, an awesome rock band out of Lubbock, Texas. Always help out and be part of our community. Randy thought about racing tonight. Looks like he didn't quite make it in, but 29 cars did. We wait for Colin Keith to the starting lineup about the close-up. We're following on driving. Full team down, Colin. There he is, and that's on Colin Highlighter. Colin Highlighter team to consider in the 50 Toyota. Brianna Lavin starts second in the Toyota. Tyler Lehman, Ford Mustang, starts in third. Trenton Seaman, Tombstone Game Farm Camaro starts in the fourth spot. Joey Neckert, the Mac Ford System, starts in the fifth spot. Blake Giglio, Arlo Esports Chevrolet, starts in sixth. Colton Hayes, the Camaro there, starts in very pitched out of seventh. Andrew Beach with the Dale Jr. throwback for side pipe skip starts in eighth. Jeff Prochaska, the UCLA Chevrolet, starts in ninth. Christian Delgado is the Christian Boss 13 Twitch Chevrolet, starts in 10th. John C. Bear, Fort Worth Green Printing Camaro, starts in 11th. Sam Vanderbilt and his Brock Stewart starts in 12th. Dylan Simmons, Chick-fil-A Toyota, starts 13th. Matt Mankey, Amtrak Camaro, starts 14th. Ian Montrose, the High Rock Vodka Chevy, starts 15th. Cliff Mullins, Pinnacle Trailer Sales Camaro, starts 16th. Peyton Mull, the Napa Chevy, starts 17th. Travis Martin, the Ghostman Ford, starts in 18th. Brady Farrell in the Gatorade Chevy starts in 19th spot. Dave Hoisman, the Labor 12 Chevy, starts in 20th. Daniel Llewellyn, 21st in his Labor 12 Chevy. Zach Margerson, his Cinder? Not heard of that one over there. Cinder Chevrolet starts 22nd. Captain County in the Dry Smart Chevy starts 23rd. Mark Keenan, the Teamwork Chevy, 24th. J.R. Deal, K-City Roleplay Toyota, starts 25th. Jeremy Scherer in the Circle Chevrolet starts 26th. Jake Norris, the 1010s Camaro, starting in the 27th spot. Andy Morrell, the 7-7 Ford, starts in 28th. Will Ashburn, 29th in the Fort Worth Free Vegas Racing on Hero. 29 cars, all on the track, set to do battle for its 920 laps at Kansas Speedway. Drivers have reported the car and the track is extremely tight. So taking care of your right front will be the name of the game. Let's see who can do it best over 120 laps. Colin Teague and Brianna Lavin front row. A couple Toyotas pacing the field. Green flag is out. Colin Teague gets us underway. Brianna Lavin, Tyler Lehman. Lehman immediately on attack for second place here. We're trying to see a little further back. Running in the fourth spot. And Neckrick and Blake Giglio side by side. Teammates at Artemis Esports. Tyler Lehman trying to put the squeeze on for the lead with the caution waves. Matt Benke has gone into the inside wall in the Amtrak car. Looks like Mark Dingman involved as well. Benke gets loose. Then overcorrects into the outside wall, collects Margison. I believe that was Mark Dingman getting a piece. Let's watch this one from our drone, but you'll see the 35 is going to snap loose right in front of Cliff Mullins. See back end starting to go around on the Camaro. He drifts up the track trying to catch it. Almost saves it, then overcorrects into the outside wall. Margison, the 05 of Downey. Mark Dingman, 7th Heaven, 84 of Andy Morrell got a little piece. Just see him overcorrecting up and into the outside wall. I think Jeremy Scherer made it through there nice and clean. Good job by the 15, avoiding everything. Downey just nowhere to go, piles into Margison. 15 sneaks on through there. I think Will Ashburner went way to the inside to miss everything. Andy Morrell, unfortunately, just couldn't get slowed down in time. He was trying to. We'll ride along with 7th. He's trying to check up. Gets into the back of Matt Benke. Got a little bit of damage on the front of his Mustang. We find our first caution very early on as Benke loses the 35 Amtrak Camaro. Should see some damage repair on a lot of these cars. See the front right fender crinkled up on the Mustang for 11th. Jake looks okay. Dingman lost the whole front end. He'll probably have to take a fast repair. He is not going to be able to keep up. Can't tell if Margerson took the fast repair or not. He didn't hit that hard, I don't think. Let's go find out. Oh, yeah, he did. He hit quite hard. Margerson with the fast repair. There it is. Unfortunate to have to take it so early in the race, but do what you got to do to keep up. Margerson back out on track. Race leader, Colin Teague. Tyler Lanen now second after their initial start, getting second from Brianna Lavin. Trenton Sneed fourth. Blake Giglio leading the Artemis battle. Giglio finds himself in fifth. Joe Neckrich in sixth. John Neckrich. I'm making up people. Drew Peach is seventh. Dalton Hayes is eighth. Christian Delgado ninth. Jeff Rachotsky in 10th. Jonathan Garrett, the first one outside the top 10. Dylan Simmons, Ian Montrose, Sam Vanderplatt, and Brady Farrell for the top 15. We have J.R. Deal, Hayden Wall, Cliff Mullins, Travis Martin, Daniel Waller, Dave Hoitzman, and Jeremy Scherer in those cars that had to deal with the incident. Zach Margerson, Jake Lawrence, Asha Brenner, Andy Morrell. See, Dingman did not opt for that fast repair, so the front bumper missing off the 82 Teamwork Chevy. Then you have Andy Morrell, Gatlin Downey, and Matt Banky. Incident middle back of the pack, took out 4 or 5 cars. Lights out on our iRacing Pace Car Sedan. Toyota versus Ford on the front row. Cullen jumps on that restart. Away we go. Green flag back out of the air. Tyler Lehman getting reverse serve here is Brianna Lavin trying to use that inside line on the restart to take away second. Trenton Sneed right behind. It's like nothing doing that time for Brianna Lavin. Trenton Sneed's going to try and take away that top line and take over third. Trenton Sneed's going to be able to do it. Uses that high line, takes the third spot. Blake Giglio rides in fifth by himself. Hayes 6th, Andrew Beach 7th. And we have the 6th left John Neckrich, Christian Delgado, Jeff Perchotsky doing battle for ninth. You see Ian Montrose and Dylan Simmons right behind. Neckrich working by Andrew Beach just in front of him. Hard to get the passes done on the inside here. As tight as these cars have been recorded, it's going to be extra challenging today. Looks like Trenton Sneed outside of the 64 Tyler Lehman. Trenton moving up the field, trying to take over second. Highline very powerful at Kansas as Trenton Sneed proves. Let's take over second. See Colin Teague, race leader, all the way up by the wall. A little too high as he's rubbing the wall. That may give the lead to Trenton Sneed. Colin Teague finally gets off the wall but kills all kinds of speed. Trenton takes the race lead. Tyler Lehman second. Brianna Lavin third. Blake Giglio up to fourth. Dalton Hayes works the inside line, gets up to the fifth spot. Going to slide up in front of Colin Teague, so Teague nowhere to go with all that run. He just got off the high line. And it gave Hayes a little bit of a shot to the back bumper. Trenton takes over the race lead, picks up a bonus point for a lap led. Tyler Lehman, Brianna Lavin. Blake Giglio, Artemis Esports Chevrolet, just ahead of pole sitter Colin Teague. He does get by Hayes on the outside. Now he'll set off after Blake Giglio. The highlighter wants to get back to the front. And drag race down the backstretch between the 50 and 16. And it's hard to see, but that highlighter does have a 50 on it. Colin Teague taking over the 4th spot on the outside, powering around Blake Giglio. Dalton Hayes right on the back bumper of the 16, and we see Andrew Beach in the 71 creeping into the picture. We have John Neckrich, Jeff Perchotsky, and Ian Montrose all battling for the 8th spot. And Colin Teague hit the wall again. Blake Giglio's gotten back around him, as has Dalton Hayes and Andrew Beach. That is the risk of running that high line. It's fast, but you can get in the wall in a hurry and get yourself in trouble. Colin Teague twice now been up and into the wall and losing spots. That time you see Perchotsky and Ian Montrose come off the corner of turn number 2 and smack the outside wall. Dalton Hayes, all kinds of pressure on the back of Blake Giglio. Teague, Perchotsky. And Neckrich with Sims, run by Ian Montrose to take the final spot in the top 10. And Sims looking for more. I keep saying Sims, it's Simmons. My bad. Sorry about that. Dylan? Oh, contact. Dylan, unhappy with me getting his name wrong. Bounces off the car on the outside of him. Saves the race car. We stay green. Outstanding maneuver there, but going to lose a ton of position. And Simmons falls outside the top 20. Back there with Margison and 15 of Jeremy Scherer. That's 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. He's battling it back into the top 10, so lost about 12 spots. That leaves Ian Montrose to battle John Garrett in the 66. Fort Worth Screen Chevrolet. John working on the inside of the track, and here comes the 13 of Christian Delgado, the boss. And there's J.R. Deal making a move on the inside of Sam Vanderplaat. Lots of racing throughout the field. Meanwhile, up towards the front, Blake Giglio on 11. They battle for that 3rd spot, and Tyler Lehman, once the race leads, he's looking to the inside of Trenton Sneed. So many battles going on. Hard to show them all. We'll hang out and watch Tyler Lehman go for the lead as the 20 of Lavin gets up into the outside wall. And now we're going to see which cars have taken care of their tires. Fuel runs about 35 laps, the drivers reported. You got to take care of that right front tire as long as you can, or you're going to be in a world of hurt. Looks like Will Asherbrander's taking a 31 car to pit road. Tyler Lehman surging ahead, not quite clear of Trenton. Trenton's going to get that run down the backstretch with the high line. This battle for the lead continues to rage on. Lehman going to have to tuck in line for a little bit. Andrew Beach trying to take the 5th spot away. And his teammate Trenton leads the race. Beach wrapping it around the bottom line. Just about cleared the 20, but not quite. 20 is going to catch the outside wall. That should give Beach all he needs, and he clears the 20, takes over the 5th spot. Behind them, you see Hayden Wall making his way to the front, gets by the 19 of Jeff Perchotsky. Not quite clear. John Garrett trying to take the 9th spot from Colin Teague. Hayden staying very patient, wrapping that white line at the bottom of the track. Perchotsky catches the wall on corner exit. That should give Hayden all he needs for Perchotsky. Now goes after the 20 of Brianna. And Hayden's going to move up to the 6th spot. Let's check in on our biggest movers. J.R. Deal plus 11. Currently running 14th, so started back in 25th. J.R. Deal making a surge. And Hayden Wall up to that 6th spot. Also plus 11. Meanwhile, John Neckrich gone the wrong way in the 6th car. Neckrich has fallen all the way back to the 21st spot in the 6th. See some left rear damage on his car. That car heading in the wrong direction. Trenton's still out front. Blake Giglio putting the pressure on now. Tyler Lehman's faded a bit. Blake closes in on our race leader. Tire fall off is about 1.8 seconds at this point. The best laps are around 31.5. A lot of them running 33s at the moment. Giglio for the race lead inside Trenton Steed going through the front stretch, and he clears him easily. I think Trenton didn't want to put up too much of a fight, trying to save his race car for later. Maybe tuck in behind Blake, learn a thing or two, see what he's doing. Tyler Lehman back in third, Dalton Hayes up to fourth, Andrew Beach, Hayden Lull, Chance 2 Extreme teammates. Hayden drives underneath and takes over the spot easily. Yeah, for Chotsky, down 11, John Garrett, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Removes the tail. Colin Teague trying to hang on to the spot in the top 10 as Sam Vanderplaat and Cliff Mullins knocking on the door. Cliff Mullins taking over 11th from the 41 of Vanderplaat. Colin Teague once again in the wall, our pole sitter. Treating this place like Darlington, rubbing the fence. That's going to cost him 10th. Cliff Mullins gets by. You could tell Trenton Whitley was cheering for Bubba. Delgado closing in on this battle. He's going to go to the inside of Colin Teagues. Our pole sitter continues to drift back. Not a lot of long run speed for that Toyota. You see Travis Martin, the Ghost Man, one of the best traditionally at saving some tire. As his teammate J.R. Deal right behind. Then Dylan Simmons fell back to 21st after that contact and slide and save. It's rebounded to 16th so far. Dave Hoytsman 17th. Jeremy Scherer 18th. Margison 19th. Jake Lawrence to your top 20. John Neckrich has fallen to 21st. Ian Montrose 22nd. Montrose notoriously bad on tire management. Saw him up towards the top of the field earlier with the tires falling away on this High Rock Chevy. Gatlin Downey 23rd. Andy Morrell 24th, rubbing the fence a little bit there. And Daniel Wallen 25th. Mark Dingman 1 lap down. Currently 26 is. Looks like Dingman had to put under green. So he's hoping to stays green through the cycle of stops, then catch a yellow, get back on sequence. Matt Venke 2 laps down. The Amtrak machine. Yeah, Brady Farrell, I think he is retired from their race. And Will Asherbrenner out there still running, 11 laps down. He'll take a couple laps to take over that 28th spot, and then that will be where he runs. Blake Giglio out in command. The Artemis Esports machine. Trenton now 1 second back in the 81. Tyler Lehman starting to fall back to Dalton Hayes and Hayden Lull. Stop me if you heard this before, but that's a bit of a beef situation. Those two in the past have had some run-ins, Dalton Hayes and Hayden Lull. We'll see how they race. It's early in the race. Maybe they'll be cordial. So far, so good as they come off turn number 2, side by side. Hayden going to go all the way down to the grass, try to get that short way around to get an advantage into the corner, see if he can clear, and he does. Looks like Dalton had a little bit quicker corner entry, almost got into the back of Hayden, but they got that sorted. Hayden Lull takes over the 4th spot, marching towards the front as we approach the quarter mark in the race. I like Dalton a little more aggressive on corner entry. Hayden backs up the corner, saving the tires. We're approaching our first pit stops. Much of the field did not pit on our first caution, so Lap 35 is about the target window. We'll start to see if people make their way to the pit lane. Could be earlier if they want to break it up to 30, 60, 90, assuming no cautions, but I would assume there'd be caution at some point. Let's look in for some other battles going on. Travis Martin not too far from Vanderplaat. Simmons on the rebound, trying to work to the outside of Cliff Mullins. Fell to 21st and with no cautions worked his way back up to 12th. That's pretty damn impressive. Cliff Mullins 13th, JR Deal now 14th. You see Dave Hoitzman in 15th. Remember we mentioned Travis Martin, good at saving tires. Picked up 4 spots since we talked about him. Daddy Dave. Colin Teague. He's not saving much tire. He's running almost 3 seconds slower than his quickest lap. Big time fall off for his car. Jeremy Scherr 17th. Kachatsky battles Delgado. This is for the 8th spot. Kachatsky bounces it off the wall, gets into Delgado. Delgado's going to slide into the inside wall. That is awkward because I think they're teammates. Delgado's lost the nose on that Bosch Chevrolet. And you heard the motor expire there. He's going to have to take a tow well down off the racing surface. Tough break for the 13. Did nothing wrong, just got tagged by a car that got out of shape. Go down and look in the team chats, and yes, those two are teammates, Jeff Rachatsky, Christian Delgado. Going to be awkward when they have to have the team meeting about that one. Closing in on those pit stops any minute now. Probably can go another 4 to, say, 8 laps. Probably going to be the window for those cars that took the pit stop. What up, Cody? There's Trenton, Tyler Laney, Hayden Lowell. Other driver Hayden's had run-ins with. They got along yesterday. Let's see if today's a new day. And we got some pit stops starting to happen. It's like Jeff Rachatsky. The 19 teams brought it down pit lane. That says Dave Hoitzman. There's the 6 of John Neckrich. John T. Garrett making his way off the pit lane. He's been in and out. Ian Montrose also in and out in the High Rock machine. Colin Teague, pole sitter. He could have one lap earlier than these guys. Mark Dingman's also been down along with Christian Delgado. Of course, Delgado had to take the tow. 1:25 on the pit lane for the 13 with the tow. So fortunate it wasn't too long, but he has gone 2 laps down. 27th for the 13 team. Just ahead of race leader Blake Giglio, but now Delgado should have better tires and be able to pull away. Blake 2-second fall off since his best lap to his last lap. And as we get into this green flag pit cycle, I'm sure we'll see more cars dive down. Tyler Lehman has gotten passed by Hayden Lull. See, they're behind Trenton Sneed. Second and then third and fourth there. Lehman not wanting to get passed by Hayden, dives it back to the bottom. Andy Morell's in the pits in the 84. Looks like the 07 has had an issue. Dylan Sims. Caution is out. That is going to hurt the cars that already pit. They're all 1 lap down now. Looks like Dylan Sims thought he was clear of Travis Martin and in fact was not. Went across the nose. Right there, Dylan Sims, Chick-fil-A Toyota gets up and into the nose of Travis Martin. That brings out our yellow during green flag pit cycle. Tough break for everybody to pit and win a lap down, like John Garrett, Jeff Prochatsky. Colin Teague, Dave Hoytsman, Ian Montrose, John Neckrich, Andy Morrell, Matt Benke. All those cars have pitted. I think Matt had damage early on and had his issue there. Here comes the rest of the field that had not pit yet. Blake Giglio leads him down. See him locking up, getting onto the pit lane. Trenton Sneed backed way up. Hayden Lowell got into his back bumper. Probably too soft for any damage, but definitely interesting. Hayden Lowell goes to his box. A lot of cars that pitted already are going to stay out here and try to get that lap back. Like everybody cleanly in their box. Hayden Lowell 4 tires down and away. Down 11 in the box. Blake Giglio going to win the race off pit road. Hayden Lowell 2nd. Trenton Sneed 3rd. Tyler Lane in 4th. Dalton Hayes 5th. And Dundee 71 of Andrew Beach 6th. So they all head back out onto the racetrack. We'll look and see who's taking wave rounds here, as they should line up behind the pace car. Like Will Asherbranner is going to save a lap. He'll go from 11 to 10 down. Prochatsky running 19th. He'll be back on the lead lap. As with Colin Teague, Andy Morrell, Dave Hoytsman, Ian Montrose, John Neckrich. They'll all go back to the lead lap. Matt Benke comes back down pit lane, which will probably put him back to 2 laps down, as Will Asherbranner also hits the pit lane. So those 2 cars will fall back a lap. J.R. Deal on the pit lane along with John Garrett. Wonder if John got the lucky dog here. I think he did. J.R. Deal 4 tires fuel down and away. Donnie joining back to the field. Daniel Llewellyn. Prochatsky still waiting for that wave around. Everybody in front of our leader Giglio. Just Prochatsky, Colin Teague, Andy Morrell, Dave Hoytsman, Ian Montrose, John Neckrich, Mark Dingman, Christian Delgado. Delgado rather fortunate to only be 1 lap down after that incident. Under green on the backstretch, having to take a tow. Not out of this one yet for the 13 camp. Technically, him and Dingman ahead of them would go from 2 laps down to 1 lap down. So they still have ground to make up, but much closer to the goal. Shame the caution came out there. I was looking forward to seeing how the fuel strategies all played out. So there go the wave rounds. Blake Giglio will close up to the back of the pace car. Hayden Lowell on his outside. Let's see if we can have a chat with Mr. Giglio. Blake, DG, got a copy?
Hey, what's up?
Not a whole lot. You got your Artemis Esports Chevrolet out in front here as we're getting ready to go back to racing. How's it been out there so far?
Yeah, we've been quick. Saving tires from the bottom. It's been good. And I got yelled at for not picking lane when I didn't think I was the leader. So it's going good.
Perfect. Well, can you do me a favor and just beat Hayden?
I don't know, maybe. I'm pretty tired, we'll see.
Why?
I don't know.
You're like 6 years old. You should have all the energy in the world.
Not today.
Alright, bud. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Blake Giglio, our race leader. So we get set for the green. Him and Hayden Lowell, a couple of Chevys pacing the field. Blake gets on that loud pedal. Away he goes. We'll see how much tire they want to save early on. And who wants to burn them up and get some glory. Trent Sneed down on the bottom. Lanen trying to put him 3 wide, and he does! Tyler Lanen turns the 81 into the 56 of Hayden Lowell, and the field crashes behind. that's not going to help the situation between Landon and Hayden at all. Let's watch this far chase from the drone. See what transpired and who may be at fault here. Looks like Landon's looking in the middle here. Trenton gets a little loose and then comes up the track trying to save it, and unfortunately Tyler Landon was already there. If you watch it again, you can see the 81 gets loose right there. Back end starts to come up the track, and then he goes up to save it, but unfortunately Tyler Landon was right on his quarter panel. And Trenton's need no room to try and catch that race car. Turns across Hayden's nose. And that changes everything. Let's go on the cockpit here. This is going to be wild. Wow! Hayden just gets a Trenton right in his lap. Nothing Hayden could do or say. Catches Dalton Hayes in the door. I think Andrew Beach made it through there. Close call for the 71, but I think he gets no contact here. Right through the middle. Nicely done, Beach. That was probably a fun one for the onboard. Clearly the 64's fault, definitely not. Trenton got loose, moved up the track and into the front bumper of the 64 he went, which turned him into Hayden Law. Tyler Landon did nothing wrong there. He could have given more room into the corner, but he's not required to. And Trenton, by virtue of getting loose and trying to save his race car, goes up the track into Tyler Landon and crashes. See, that's had a close call through there. Whoever was behind the Beach was also pretty close. Oh, he definitely gets loose. I'll show it to you 3 more times if I need to. Watch the 81's back bumper. Right there. He's loose. That car is sideways. He's coming up the track. And he tries to save it, and 64 is there. And across the track he goes. But Lucas, just because that lane is there doesn't mean he has to take it. He's not required to. I know everyone hates Tyler Landon, but this wreck here is not Tyler Landon's fault. It's popular to hate Tyler Landon, and I get it. He's rough around the edges, but this wreck's not his fault. Could he have moved up and not been right on the quarter panel? Yes. Does he have to move up and not be right on the quarter panel? No. People pinch all the time. Pinching is a legal move. Correct, Cody. They won't. This thing called bias. Payback time. So you're saying Tyler Landon should go find Trenton and wreck him? Since Trenton caused Tyler Landon to get damage on the left front of his car? Look, y'all, I don't like Tyler Landon either. I'm just saying how it is. Tyler's one of those people that can really get under your skin. But he does work hard, and he busted his ass to finish an S8 race with us last night, and I can appreciate that. Lights are out on the pace car. Just past the 1/3 mark, closing in on halfway. Remember, we give away points at halfway to the top 10. You have a feeling Cliff's about to get really quiet? Oh no. He is in the top 5. Andrew Beach right behind Tyler Landon. So if they for some reason see this as what everyone else in chat is trying to say, it could get spicy. Half a lap away from green. Field works through 3 and 4. Blake Giglio, Tyler Lane in your front row. Pace car off the track. Green flag back in the air. Blake Giglio clears the field. Tyler Lane has a mirror full of the 71 of Andrew Beach. Dalton Hayes there as well. Cliff Mullins there in 5th. That would be great, Scott. Dalton Hayes settles in behind Andrew Beach. Tyler Lane, Blake Giglio both running the bottom. Now Sam Vanderplat's in 6th as the single file goes all the way back to Montrose. Maybe Scherer actually, and J.R. Deal. Saw the white and blue. That was Jeremy Scherer in 15. This is Circle Camaro working up in the 9th spot. J.R. Deal 10th. Dylan Simmons 11th. John Garrett in 12th as he had that lucky dog. Jeff Verchowski 13th. Dave Weisman 14th. Travis Martin running in the 15th spot. Hayden Knoll back in 16th after that incident. Ian Montrose 17th. Got one down in 18th. Colin Teague in 19th. John Neckrich 20th. Mark Newman 21st. Jake Armstrong 2nd. Andy Morrell 23rd. So all those cars that had to take the wave around got to come down the pit road and bolt on the tires and fuel. Should put most people about on the same strategy, although looks like about the top 13 cars did not come down pit road there. Lane has run back down the 16 of Giglio. He's going to look to the inside for the race lead. I'll take the short way around. Tyler Lane is going to clear Blake Giglio to take the race lead. Did Trenton park it for the night? He has. 81 has parked it for the night. Tyler Lane in your leader now. Andrew Beach working on Giglio for 2nd. Andrew Beach trying to use that outside line to get around Blake Giglio. Blake heard him say he's trying to save tire and run the bottom. I think he's perfectly happy letting Beach go by on the outside. 10 to go until the stage. Dalton Hayes running 4th, Cliff Mullins 5th, Vanderplat 6th, Bjorn 11th, 7th. Marchison, haven't called his name much tonight, up into the 8th spot. So he works the inside of the 41 of Vanderplat, trying to move up to 7th. We go 3 wide down the backstretch. Marchison is Lavin in the 41 of Vanderplat, and Simmons right behind the 07 Chick-fil-A Toyota. This group's battling hard for the back end of those stage points. Marchison catches the apron a little bit, drifts up the track. We'll see if he's able to hang that car down low enough for the 07 not to get underneath him. Nice recovery after tagging the apron there from Marchison. Able to hold off Simmons and the 20. Lost a little ground to Vanderplat, but that's okay. And Beach closing in on Tyler Lanen. Guess we're about to see if Andrew Beach thinks that Rex was Lanen's fault or not. Beach running the middle groove there through 3 and 4. Lane still wrapping it around the bottom. I think we're single file all the way back through Simmons now. The last spot in the top 10 is being contested between 15 and 20. 11 and Jeremy Scherer. And you see Travis Martin, Hayden Roll, and John Garrett. Colin Teague, all kinds of out of shape back there in 17th. Highlighter wiggling back and forth like a fish. Simmons putting on the pressure for 7th. Zach Margerson. Cher and teammate JR Deal battle side by side. Lavin now battling Hayden Wall for 12th. Drives it deep into the corner, gets all the way up next to Goachman. Lavin falling back to 13th as we're single file all the way to Hayden now. And Sims takes over 7th, running that high line around the outside of Margerson. Deal in 9th, battling teammate Jeremy Scherer there. Here comes Hayden Lull into the picture. Just 4.5 laps away from giving away some stage points. Andrew Beach is faded back now. Blake Giglio is taking over 2nd. Cliff Mullins right there to try and contest 3rd. Carolina leads by almost 1 second. Beach, Mullins, and Dalton Hayes. Sam Vanderplaat, Dylan Simmons from Hayden Lowell's now up to that 8th spot. JR Deal on 9th. Jeremy Scherer 10th. Margerson's falling out of the top 10 to 11th. Where we don't get a caution here. So you can fight and try to get position for the stage points if you're going to burn your tires up. And you can save your tire. Kind of pick your poison here. Don't go after the points and save your tire, or go after the points and burn up your tires. There is Simmons bouncing off the wall. Vanderplaat's closed in on Dalton Hayes. Mullins up by the wall. Andrew Beach running in the middle. Giglio down low. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th running completely different lines through 3 and 4. Margerson, Scherer, Travis Martin, John Garrett. Where all the action is. th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th, all on your screen there. Margerson way up by the wall. Travis Martin's going to get by and take that 10th spot away. JR Deal all the way up by the wall. Martin may get him too. All 3 of these cars 10-10s racing machines. Teammates battling it out back into the top 10. Stage points going out at the end of this lap. Tyler Lanen on the backstretch looks well in command to win the stage. We'll stay green, so rolling stage. Lanen will bring it off turn number 4. Calm, cool, collected. Bring it to the line, pick up the 10 points. 9 points to Blake, 8 to Beach, 7 to Hayes, 6 to Vanderplaat, 5 to Mullins, 4 to Simmons, 3 to Hayden, 2 to Travis, and 1 to JR Deal. We're about 10 laps away from seeing pit stops again. Blake Giglio's closed in right on the back bumper of Tyler Lanen. Battle for the lead heating up. Blake Giglio drops to the inside, see if he can take it through 3 and 4. Lanen's going to run the middle. He's going to side draft, try to pull Blake back a little bit, dumps the air on that short rear spoiler. Blake's going to cut all the way down to the grass and try to break free of that. They'll stay side by side, heading to one. Briefly, Blake had him clear. See if he's able to get up in front of him off the corner or not. And there it is. Blake Giglio takes the race lead. Tyler Lanon's going to dive right back to the inside. Not wanting to give it up just yet. Blake's going to run that third lane all the way up by the wall. Should get enough to run off the corner and hold off Tyler Lanon. Blake Giglio takes over the race lead in the Artemis Esports machine. Tyler Lanon second. Andrew Beach is third. Hayden Lowell by Dalton Hayes for fourth. Cliff Mullins in sixth. Dylan Simmons is seventh. Vanderplaat eighth. Travis Martin, the Ghost Man, having a nice night in the ninth. Brianna 11th. The newcomer in 10th. Zach Martison 11th. Colin Teague 12th. John T. Garrett. His fancy paint scheme there, running in 13th. Oh, contact with Colin Teague. Colin thought he was clear. A little bit of a rub on the nose of John Garrett. Seem to have all gotten away with it. Garrett's going to drop in behind him, get some drafts. The Mark Dingman and Gatlin Downey battle, that's for 17th. 82 in the 05 side by side. Number 13 there, Christian Delgado, currently the only car one lap down. So he's hoping for that caution before other cars start to pit and go a lap down. Love to get back on the lead lap for his 13 team. Gatlin Downey hitting the outside wall. That gives Mark Dingman that spot. So Dingman will take over 17th. There's Daddy Dave in 19th. Daniel Llewellyn in the top 20. John Neckrich started out so good for him. All the way down in 21st. Dave Montrose 22nd. Andy Morrell 23rd. Jake Lawrence 24th. All in the lead lap. First one off the lead lap, that is the 13. Christian Delgado 1 lap down. Matt Benke's 2 laps down. Will Asherbrenner 11 laps down, 27th. And then out of the race, Trenton Steed 28th and Grady Farrell 29th. Hayden's gotten by Andrew Beach. Cliff's going around Dalton Hayes, and here comes the 07 of Simmons to do the same. They're 3 wide going into the corner. Fortunately, they settled that down. Cliff up into the top 5. See if Simmons is able to dispatch the 47. All the way up by the wall. Battles going on. JR Deal Colin Teague. Soyo is going at it. So we work the nice lap. Teague going to hang on to it for now. Chotsky 15th. And we have Scherer, Dingman, Downey once again battling. Every time we look at Downey, he gets up into the wall. And Dave Hoytsman going to try to take advantage, take the 18th spot away. Dave running it down low, Gatlin Downey up high. They keep trading this spot back and forth as they are nose to nose. Drag race down the backstretch. 70 down, 50 to go. Door-to-door battle. He says you can't race hard back here in 18th. Putting on a show. Now they catch up to Jeremy Scherer, the corner exit. Causes Downey to get a little tight, gets up and into the wall. That should give Daddy Dave a spot. 13 not for position, but he's going to pull on through there as well. Dave Waits him up to 18th. Back up front, check out our biggest mover board once more. It's like Hayden Knoll with the plus 14. Did not qualify to start this one, up to 3rd. Yeah, Cliff Mullins. It's plus 11, they're in the 5th spot. Trenton Sneed, unfortunate. Minus 24 with the accident and retirement from the race. Blake continues to lead, has 1.2 seconds on Tyler Lanin. We're right in our pit window. We'll see who starts to peel off as the tanks are running dry. Should start to see him peel off, and in fact we do. Jeremy Scherer in the 15 car. 35 laps since his last pit. You see the 68 Jake Lawrence also down there, a couple 10-tenths cars. Hitting the pit lane. Jake Lawrence had a penalty, 54-second stop for the 68 team. That's going to set him back quite a ways. Currently 26th. Mark Dean and JR Deal battle on track. Jeremy Scherer heading back out after his pit stop. No penalty for him. 37 laps since this car has been to the pit lane. Race leader Blake Giglio. Have to imagine he'll be down relatively soon. Sure, he'll run it as dry as he can to make the last stop short if we stay green. We also saw people who pit early get screwed by the caution. Could have that in his mind as well. Travis Martin, he came down, topped off the tank on that quick second caution. So he's got maybe 2 laps over everyone else. We'll see what Ghostman can do with that. Keep an eye out for anybody hitting the pit lane. Travis Martin hits the wall. That's not what we were waiting for. Ghostman fades back, and the 20 of Brianna Lavin up in a little bit of contact there. Lavin about spins the car trying to stay off of him. Ghostman retained the spot and they just fade back a ways. Vanderplatte going by Cliff Mullins for 6. Mullins struggling a little bit. Lawrence is on the inside on fresh tires. 07 of Simmons out on the outside is going to turn Cliff Mullins into the outside wall, and that's not going to bode well for Simmons. Mullins is going to spin down to the area where the caution won't come out. But I'm sure Cliff will want to have a word with the 07, and he usually speaks with his race car. Cliff gets it turned around. We saw Simmons get into the outside wall and then bounce off of it into Cliff Mullins. I'm sure the 07 is now a wanted target for the 37 team. So that could make things spicy going forward. Cliff's fallen all the way down to 21st after that. And here comes Tyler Lane into the pit lane. Running second. 64 Ford Mustang. Woes it up. Gets it on the pit lane. First for our top 5 cars to pit. Looks like Simmons Chick-fil-A Toyota is going to follow him in. Also have Perchotsky and Dave Weissman finishing up their stops, heading back on track. They are now 21st and 22nd. See if race leader Giglio comes down. He does not. Cliff Mullins is headed in. I saw that car suffer the contact and spin. On the edge of some of these cars hitting 40 laps. Of course, the caution helped them some. We were told 35 by the drivers. Seems a little bit over that. And with that one quick caution, Blake Giglio's gone now 43 laps since he was last on pit lane. That's a average thing. They should be able to go the rest of the race from here. Comes Dalton Hayes in the 47. Looks like Brianna 11 in the 20. Got Marcus in the 88. All hitting the pit lane. His business picks up down there on the service lane. Blake stays out one other lap, as does Hayden. Andrew Beach, he's going to bring it in from third. And they're wrecking in the background. Cliff Mullins sliding up the track. Does not bring out the yellows. He's gotten it righted. What happened to Cliff? That's Tyler Lanen. Cliff's going to bring it down the track right in front of Tyler. And Tyler kind of Cliff Mullins' him out of the way. We stay green through all that. Cliff Mullins has to be angrier than a hornet's nest that's been kicked under that helmet. We got more cars on the pit lane. Andrew Beach, John Garrett, Sam Vanderplaat all bring their cars down. Giglio showing 45 laps since this car was on the pit lane. Mark Dingman brings the 82 down. It's been 38 laps since he's been down and 38 laps to go, so he cut it in half for his crew. Also see the 9 of Deal and the 6 of Neckrich. Race leader Blake Giglio's decided it is time. Brings it down the pit lane. Hayden Lull, only a half second behind him. Also on the pit lane. Travis Martin on the pit lane. Gatlin Downey in the 05. Looks like he is staying out. I'll give the race lead to the 05 of Gatlin Downey. Don't know if he's led laps before, but here he is. Daniel Llewellyn now second. These cars still have to make their stop. Looks like Ian Montrose also in the pit lane in the 1. And that would mean everyone but these two cars have completed that last pit stop. Here comes Gatlin Downey. Daniel's able to stay out, so Daniel's going to take over the race lead. Oh, Downey officially led a lap there. Just didn't get the pit lane, get the lead until he passed the cars farther down pit lane. And didn't lead that lap because Daniel Llewellyn stays out and gets the lead before he gets there. Daniel Llewellyn, 23, picked up his first win at the end of last year. The longtime veterans of SRL, getting himself a lap lead here. And he'll bring the 23 to the pit lane. Slams on the brakes, gets it loaded up and in. Looks like cars that took penalties on this pit stop are Jake Lawrence and Ian Montrose. Both those cars 54 seconds in the pit box. Usually indicative of a pit road entry violation. So 24th and 25th place, Jake Lawrence, Ian Montrose picking up green flag pit penalties. Absolute killer. Tyler Lanen goes back to the race lead as he passes Llewellyn on pit road. Has 2.7 seconds over Blake Giglio. And you have Dylan Sims and Hayden Lull. I wonder if there was something between Lull and Lanen. Lull wasn't that far behind on entry to the pit lane, so that's weird. Check in on the entertainment factor. There is the 37 of Cliff Mullins. First car 1 lap down. Just in front of his teammate Hayden there. And he is getting dangerously close to Dylan Simmons in the 07. This could get awkward. We'll keep our eyes here. See what unfolds. Cliff teammate works to the outside. Now there's no cars separating Cliff Mullins from his target in the 07. Simmons has to know the 37 is not happy with him, right? Has to know. Closing in on 30 to go. Field's fairly spread out. Battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th is kind of fun. I don't want to miss anything with the 07 and the 37. John Garrett, Sam Vanderplatte battle for the last spot in the top 10. Jeff Wachowski battling Jeremy Scherer, that's for 8th. Wachowski a little bit fresher tire, about 4 laps fresher. Gets by on the inside line. And there's this 3-pack of cars all battling for 5th. 5th, 6th, and 7th. Hayes and Lavin side by side for the latter 2 spots of that. Seems to be kind of calm up here between these two. 30 to go. Lehman leads by almost a full second over Blake Giglio. Blake slowly decreasing that margin. There's Hayden running 3rd. Dylan Sims 4th. Beach, Lavin, and Hayes. A good scrap for that 5th spot. Wachowski, Vanderplatte still battling, as that's the 05 of Downey getting through. Downey fresh off the pit lane. Hence the speed differential. Wachowski is falling back to John Garrett and Sam Vanderplatte. Wachowski's tires 4 laps older than most of the cars around him. Seems to be costing him a little bit of speed. There's Travis Martin 11th, Jeremy Scherer 12th, Zach Martinson's 13th, Dave Hoitzman's 14th, J.R. Deal 15th. Then you have Mark Dingman 16th, John Neckrich 17th, Colin Teagues 18th. It's like Tyler Lane and Blake Giglio trading the race lead. Blake was able to run down Lanen. Here comes Hayden. Saw Lanen do this last night too. The tires just not quite getting saved enough. Hayden Lowell wanted to take the 2nd spot away from Lanen. Like Lanen kind of sees it coming, stays down low, and lets Hayden sweep around the outside. So now Lanen falls to 3rd as Blake Giglio and Hayden Lowell take over the top 2 spots. 28 laps to go. 4 seconds back of all that. And that is the 07 of Dylan Simmons. Andrew Beach hangs on to that last spot in the top 5. Dalton Hayes, Brianna Lavin, Sam Vanderplatte, and John Garrett. Jeff Wachowski, Travis Martin, they battle for 10th. Travis will use the run on the high side, cut to the inside as they head to turn number 3. Ghostman should be able to clear him into the corner and slide up in front of Wachowski and hang on to that 10th spot. Nice move by the Ghostman. Jeremy Scherer, Zach Martinson, J.R. Deal, Dave Hoitzman, Mark Dingman, John Neckrich. And Colin Teague, our pole sitter, struggling tonight, back in 18th. Daniel Wall in 19th. There's Cliff Mullins and Will Ashenbrenner. Christian Delgado, 1 lap down. Cliff Mullins, the lucky dog right now. The first car 1 lap down, so he gets up into the outside wall. Looks like Simmons is wisely staying the heck away from 32nd car. Simmons has about 2 seconds over Andrew Beach, so he doesn't have to press too hard at the moment. Hayden Lowell closing in on race leader Blake Giglio. You see Lowell v. Giglio Part 200. Cars pitted on the exact same lap. Giglio was quicker on the pit lane. Now Hayden's run him back down. Both cars going to run the high line this time. Causes Hayden to get a little tight, get right up by the fence, think he had to lift. As a result, smart move by Giglio to take his line away. Get the car aero-tight behind him. This time Giglio down by the white line. Hayden taking the top again. Giglio seems to be trying to save the tire for late in this run. Hayden not want to get aero tight, running the top line, making sure he's in a different lane. Tyler Lanen now 3 seconds back of all that. That was Simmons getting passed by the 05. 2 laps down Gatlin Downey. We'll let Downey go handle Cliff Mullins for a bit. Beach has stretched it out a bit over Dalton Hayes. Sam Vanderplaat's up to the 7th spot now. John Garrett 8th as Lavin's fallen to 9th. Travis Martin closing in to try and take that 9th spot away. As we mentioned, Travis Martin very good at saving the tires, and that is a big strategy here at Kansas. Hayden Lowell might be just biding his time. Could be playing with us. Hi, Trenton.
Who's winning?
Who's winning? Blake Giglio.
Who's second?
Hayden Lowell.
What's the gap?
10th of a second?
Oh, shoot. Alright, I'm the streamer. I gotta watch the end of this.
I mean, you want to broadcast the rest of it with me?
Oh no, I'm eating my dairy.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Trenton popping in randomly. Funny stuff. Giglio leads. Hayden right there. They seem to be making laps right now and not really battling hard. I think Hayden could press the issue if he wanted to, and now he's going to want to. He's peeking to the inside. Want to run it down low, get Giglio up off the bottom. Blake's not going to put up a fight. He lets Hayden have corner entry. Tries to cross him over. Hayden tries to park it. Unable to do so as Giglio gets back to his inside. Nice move by Blake. Very well done. Blake gets back to the point as Hayden had it briefly. Saw Blake setting up that crossover immediately. Hayden recognized it, tried to park the car low so Giglio couldn't cross him over, and Giglio just found a way to get even lower. $19 to go from Kansas Motor Speedway. I know it's not Motor Speedway, but it's more fun to say. Trenton, that was great having you pop in. Very amusing. Blake Giglio, your leader. Hayden Lowell stalking him from 2/10 back. Catching the 1 car of Ian Montrose. Montrose has a lot of short run speed, but that car just falls off in the long run. He's about to go a 2nd lap down. Of course, he did have that pit road penalty. Looks like Jake Lawrence in the 68 cars had an issue. He's sitting on the pit lane taking an extended repair. Jake Lawrence, of course, the other car that had that pit road situation. See if we have any other close battles going on. I think Dylan Simmons, Andrew Beach, maybe the Cliff Mullins factor has kicked in. Andrew Beach gets around Dylan Simmons. Cliff still up ahead. Andrew Beach has run down and passed Dylan Simmons for 4th. Hayden Lowell has wrecked his 56 car out of 2nd and down off the racing surface, so he won't get a yellow flag from this. But Hayden has spun out in the Napa car and just sits parked on the backstretch. He was side to side. And Ian Montrose gets into the back of him. The 2 laps down, number 1 Chevrolet spins Hayden Lowell out. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Wow. Well, Blake Giglio all by himself now, 5 seconds over Tyler Lanin. That happened. Them boys have decided to start a war. Gets into back of Hayden Lowell, turns him around. Andrew Beach now 3rd. So he gets by Cliff Mullins, and here we go. This is the closest they've been. Cliff Mullins and Dylan Simmons side by side. These two had an incident early in the race. He starts to come up the track. Cliff Mullins keeps the nose in there, and wisely Simmons gets away from him. Mullins gets right down on the door, but I think Simmons knows that he's in a little danger as the 41 of Vanderplat's closes in. If he's clear, he better be clear, because Cliff Mullins is not going to cut him a break. So pretty much what just happened here at the 41 and the 07, except the 41 was able to get to the inside, but that's going to cost Simmons another spot. And now he's up against the wall behind Cliff Mullins, getting tight. Watching all this because the top 3 spots are very spread out. Beach now in the 3rd spot. Vanderplat and Mullins. Mullins being a pain in the tail to Simmons after those two had a wreck earlier in the race. So Mullins doing everything he's legally allowed to be a pain to the 07. There's Dalton Hayes closing in the 6th spot. John Garrett's up to 7th. As they all close in on this Cliff Mullins-Simmons debacle. It's kind of what Chase Elliott did to Kevin Harvick at Bristol. Simmons right on the back of Cliff Mullins. Here comes Hayes into the pictures. Simmons losing positions as he just can't get past Cliff Mullins. He gets into the back of Cliff, gives him a shot into the corner. That's extremely unwise. I'm a little surprised he didn't get right hooked there. Could that be it? Simmons can run away and get away from Cliff Mullins. That could be all he needed. Vanderplat's 4th, Simmons 5th, Dalton Hayes 6th, John Garrett 7th, Travis Martin's up to 8th, Brianna Lavin 9th, and Jeff Rachotski in the top 10. J.R. Deal 11th, Mark Dingman 12th, Zach Martinson right there battling him in 13th. Probably the closest battle on track aside from the John Garrett, Dalton Hayes in this battle here behind Cliff Mullins. Lots of battles going on. 10 laps to go. Time to get all you can get. Use up the last bit of good on those tires. Margison on pit lane. I guess he couldn't make it to the end. Been 30 laps and he has last been down pit lane. Interesting. Giglio continues to lead by 7 seconds now over Tyler Lane, putting it on him. As the Artemis Esports folks in chat have a great time with that. Andrew Beach in 3rd, Sam Vanderplat's 4th, Simmons now 5th, Dalton Hayes in 6th. So he's working to get by Cliff Mullins. John C. Garrett right there, as is Travis Martin. Those 3 cars that aren't black and green are all for position. Dalton Hayes has gotten clear of Mullins. Now Travis Martin looks to the outside of John Garrett as John Garrett tries to find a way by the 37 Pinnacle Trailer Sales Chevy. They're going to split Cliff Mullins. Put him 3 wide. Travis Martin gets to the outside. That gets into Cliff Mullins. Mullins into the outside wall. John Garrett gets bounced off of. That'll be a caution because that is on the racing surface. Cliff Mullins, being the pinball, the middle of the sandwich, goes around. Travis Martin saw an opportunity and takes it on the high side. Gets into the fence. Comes down into the nose of Cliff Mullins. That bounces him into John Garrett. Mullins trying to correct it off of Garrett. Loses the race car, spins across the racing surface. Yellow is out. And things just got a whole lot more dramatic up front. Blake Giglio's 8-second lead is gone. Now they gotta wait for the pace car. I was wondering what he was doing. Changes everything. There's the pace car. And you have to take your set of tires here or you are going to be a sitting duck. So pit lane's going to be busy. If anyone stays out, good Lord help us all. I learned that lesson on Monday. Don't do that. It was bad. Looks like Dave Hoisman should be your lucky dog. Vanderplat's the 41 missed his pit box. That's going to cost him some spots. Who is that driving through every pit box? I think that's the 6. Goodness gracious. Giglio's going to win the race off pit road ahead of Tyler Lehnen. Andrew Beach will come out 3rd. It's like Dylan Simmons will rebound up to 4th. Nice stop there for his team. Dalton Hayes come out 5th. Travis Martin 6th. Vanderplat's down to 7th after that missing his box. Looks like he's only taken 2 tires to try and make up for that mistake. That could be interesting. John Garrett in 8th. Down 11 9th. Christian Delgado 10th, Jeff Perchatsky 11th, J.R. Deal 12th, Mark Diegman 13th, John Netrich 14th, Daniel Llewellyn 15th, still on the lead lap, Colin Teague 16th, Cliff Mullins is going to bring his 37 down the pit lane. He's 1 lap down. Could have taken the wave around, but chose not to. Jeremy Scherer is going to stay out and try to get that wave around. Dave Hoyts was going to do the same, as is Margison. Mullins on the pit lane. Montrose is 2 laps down. He's inside the pace car right now. So he'll get to 1 lap down with the wave around. Gatlin Downey. Same position as Montrose, was 2 laps down. Would be 1 lap down with the wave around. Matt Benke 3 laps down on the pit lane getting service. There's Will Asherbrenner in the 31 team. They're 13 laps down but back out there. Jake Lawrence sitting on the pit lane 26. They've 15 minutes and counting on repairs. And then Andy Morrell, Trenton Sneed, and Brady Farrell, your final handful of drivers. So Blake, your leader after the pit cycle. Let's see what's going through his mind. Track him down in his team chat. Blake, you got a copy? No, you're talking to me now.
I said I've blown 2 races this week and I grew my checkered.
Uh-oh.
I
Well,
know.
I don't think this one's green, white checker yet.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's not there yet. Problem is, one of the top 10 cars took 2 tires, so we'll probably have a green, white check.
Oh. Who was it?
It was Vanderplat's, the Crocs machine.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty worried about Tyler here. He's had really good short run speed all race, so.
Yeah, but you don't have to save now.
I don't have to save tires, you're right, but I haven't really drove this thing as hard as I could, so. I mean, we'll see. He qualified better than me, so he does have 2 lap speed better than me, I guess you could say.
What about 3 lap speed? Because that's what we're worried about right now.
Well, hopefully I can just do what I was doing to Hayden and just mirror drive. And,
Poor Hayden.
hopefully we can win.
Poor Hayden had a little ride
I
there.
was saving tire in mirror drive, and it was a pretty good strategy.
It was a good strategy. It was. Watch you take away his air, make him get tight. What's your plan for Tyler Lehnen, though? You're just going to drive it in balls deep and hope it sticks?
Oh, yeah.
10-4, good luck.
Thanks.
Blake Giglio heard his plan. He's worried about Tyler Lehnen. Lehnen does have that short run speed, beat him in qualifying. Chat, multiple people saying 16 and 64 drive too hard and Andrew Beach wins. That could be a wild story. Blake Giglio, as soon as that pace car is off, he's getting out of there. Don't blame him there. Andrew Beach trying to keep pace as he's beside Tyler Lehnen. Lehnen caught napping on that start. Blake Giglio clears out to the lead, see if he can stay there for 3 laps. Andrew Beach giving Tyler Lehnen all he can handle and more. Nearly had him cleared. Lehnen able to keep the nose in there. They're going to make door-to-door contact off turn number 2 and head down to turn 3. Andrew Beach battling Tyler Lehnen all behind Blake Giglio, who's trying to check out. Has 4 tenths on the field. Ghostman trying to take away the spot from Simmons, trying to get the 4 spot away. 2 laps to go from Kansas. Right now, Andrew Beach is Blake Giglio's best friend. Fighting Tyler Lehnen door to door. Keeping Lehnen from being able to try and do anything with Blake Giglio. Giglio now has a half-second lead. Tyler Lehnen finally clear. has a lap and a half to try and catch Blake Giglio. Just don't think he has enough time. Looking back from our race leader, there is Tyler Lane trying to run him down. We're going to get the white flag. Blake Giglio has checked out. The battle is on behind him. Tyler Lanon's cleared to second. Dylan Simmons trying to get the last podium spot, fighting Andrew Beach in the 71. Beach pinches him down. Dylan sliding up the track, not able to get the momentum off the corner. Beach hangs on to third for now. We'll dive him into turns 3 and 4. Check up on Blake Giglio. The Artemis Esports Camaro brings it off turn number 4 onto the front stretch for the final time. Blake Giglio going to be your winner tonight in Kansas in the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series. Tyler Lanen grabs second. Andrew Beach third. Dylan Sims fourth. Travis Martin picking up the top 5. Great run for the Ghost Man. Dalton Hayes gets 6th. John Garrett, our sponsor, picks up 7th. Jeff Pachotsky brings it home 8th. Brianna Lavin 9th. And Sam Vanderplatt picking up the top 10. J.R. Deal 11th. Mark Dingman 12th. Daniel Llewellyn 13th. Colin Teague 14th. And John Netrich in 15th. Giglio getting a bump from the Ghost Man there. If we can get the top 3 to the interview room, we'll get this broadcast wrapped up. Got Tyler Lanen in there. We'll go ahead and pull him in. Tyler, DG, got a copy?
Yep.
It looked like Blake caught you napping a little bit there on that restart. What did you maybe need to try and put on the win tonight?
I didn't expect him to go that quick. I probably didn't deserve to be second either. I was going to run out of fuel. And I'm pretty sure I wiped someone off the face of the earth, like
Oof.
lap 40. I don't know if it was on me or if it was him coming up and me coming. I don't know if we met. I don't know what happened. I'm just going to take the blame for now.
What I saw, it looked like Trenton got loose underneath you, and you were right on him, so he didn't have any room to try and save it. So when he tried to correct the car, you were already on his quarter panel, and around he went across your nose.
Yeah, it felt like I got loose under him. That's my bad. I'm gonna take blame. I could have given him more space. We would all been fine.
Yeah, Trenton says in chat that you took all the air off the spoiler and he got loose, and that's what sent him up into you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's probably I got loose because I was trying to split middle just for the clean air, so I didn't have to run tire tracks because this car was plowing tonight. Let me just tell you, the 64 Ford was not happy.
The Ford.
It was uncomfortable. It was all out of sorts.
Well, apparently that's 2 weeks in a row for you and the 81 team.
Oh, have we collaborated on an incident 2 weeks in a row now?
Yeah, he says at Daytona he killed me up the middle.
I killed him up the middle. Well, Trenton, I don't know if you stayed in long enough to see, but you did finish 81 laps down. So, you matched your number, and at least that happened.
I don't think that's going to make him any happier.
I don't think that's going to make him happy. I don't think that at all. But
he did say thanks though.
It's an interesting fact that occurred. I feel bad because it's like, I obviously that wasn't my goal going into the corner, and like, it's like one of those situations where I could have given him more, and it would have been fine. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe he overcorrects it, but then it's not as much like, oh, I'm a piece of shit. But that's just how I feel right now, because it's like I had a good race last night. I was having a good race, and then I did that and made half the field mad at me.
I'm more than half the field. You wrecked one of the fan favorites. You can't do that.
I know. It's not my goal.
I mean, when he got wrecked and quit the race, half the people watching left.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my.
He brings a lot of fans.
Well, I gotta apologize to the 81 fan club. I know y'all were disappointed to see Dale Jr. Not in the event for the whole night, and I'll do better at trying to keep him in the event the whole night, because apparently I've taken him out twice now, and I just like to apologize to the sponsors too. They're out here and they didn't get to see their driver. I'd like to apologize to the fans that left that aren't seeing this, because
you already apologized to his fan club.
I'm apologizing to the general fans. The fan club has a $5 admission fee.
10-4. Congrats on the strong P2 run tonight, and we'll see if you survive the next race after all the friends you've made tonight.
Oh, I'm getting murdered next race. I expect to be dumped lap 1. Someone tried to cut me off in like 3 and 4. That I did
Cliff.
Not take any of it. I was having none of it.
That was Cliff. It was pretty funny.
I'm glad you got to laugh at it. You got it on the broadcast, obviously.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at that. That's funny. I just because I saw it coming because I think Hayden told me the list of people. Yeah, he told me the 71, 37, and 1 are coming for you though. So that kind of cued me off on who I should be careful around. I let the 1 by when he was coming around faster than me. I don't know if I ever saw the 71 again. No, I did. I was careful around Andrew and at the end and the R what 20th place finisher is the only one who sparked anything. So, as long as I'm not back there with him, I think I'll be good.
Well, he had an issue with another car and why he was 20th. He was top 5 until then.
Oh, he was. Wow.
Yeah, that's.
Well,
I think that's why you didn't die, is because he was more interested in a different car after a while.
He had the ADHD going on, the ADD. He got distracted.
Well, we got
It's like me writing an essay.
Exactly. We got the P2 tonight. You got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us.
I'd like to thank no one. I'd like to thank myself for coming out here and just beating 27 other cars. I'd like to thank myself for my right foot.
What about your sponsors that help us put these broadcasts on and the hard workers that make these leagues happen?
I'm gonna thank them, BG. I'd like to thank everyone that helps put this together. Guys like John Garrett,
Yes.
sponsors of our series. I'd like to thank them. I'd like to thank you for putting on this spectacular broadcast, and I'm looking forward to tonight rewatching it and seeing like how Hayden saved tires.
Good luck. We've been trying to figure that out forever.
I mean, I've been doing this for like the last year or so, trying to figure that out. But I'm gonna figure it out after tonight. I'm telling you. Mark it down. Next race, my tires won't be burning.
I'll give you a hint. He doesn't drive it into corner as hard as you do.
He's light, but the thing is, he's agile coming out of the corner. So I gotta figure that out.
All right, bud. Congrats on a strong run tonight, and we'll see you, I guess, tomorrow.
I don't know if I'm in that league, but if
we got 3 different races tomorrow. You better make one of them.
I'll run the fun ones. I might run Rod. If I don't make Rod car, I'll make my way down here and I'm gonna have a statement race.
There you go. Come run IndyCar with this. It'll be fun.
IndyCar.
Yeah, Friday night IndyCar.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's no longer just the Delara whatever.
No, it's
they
IndyCar.
Sign the contract.
All right, bud. We'll catch you next week if you don't race with us tomorrow.
All right, I'll see you.
Tyler Lane and making friends there. Finished second tonight. Let's bring in the 71 of Andrew Beach. Andrew, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good, and you weren't saying anything awkward when I pulled you in, so that's a bonus.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here. It's hot. That was a tough race right there.
Yeah, tight cars are something you got to manhandle, and it can be jarring after a while, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it was a pretty fun race right there. Was it fun to watch?
It was entertaining, and it got spread out for a bit, and that wasn't too bad.
Well, we tried to put on a show. I know I was fighting my butt off.
For some reason, this thing's going all the way back to practice for the video. I'm very confused right now because it's showing you sitting sideways on pit road. I'm like, wait a minute. There we are, doing burnouts with Daniel. Good times.
Oh,
got the
Blake
Giglio victory tonight, but you're like, the hell with it. We're going to party anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been hanging out with them a lot in this off season, just kind of enjoying the camaraderie about friends. So it's good to see Blake get a win. I know he works hard, so I'm tired of seeing it though.
Right? Get up there and beat him.
Man, I'd like to. We had a fast car tonight. Just I felt like I was good after about 5 to 10 laps is really where my car kind of came to life, and just didn't have that there at the end. Almost wrecked it there trying to get around Tyler on that first lap, but we were able to hold on to third. So trying to salvage something for the team. I know Cliff got involved in something. Hayden and Ian got it together. Really hate it for Trenton. Trenton was pissed. He was not having a good night, but he was running strong, and I think it was going to change his mood, but junk happens, so we'll take third, man.
And forward, we're bringing home in that third spot in that beautiful Dale Jr. throwback. I'm quite impressed with that scheme. I don't know if you've ever seen the one I made for Maverick. It was the orange and black one. The same scheme, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I like both of these cars. Me and Hayden were talking about this. This is his work, so thank you to Hayden for making this car. He got it ready for me tonight.
But did he spell automotive correctly?
Yes. Cliff is the one that found out that I have spelled automotive on my hood wrong for 3 years while Hayden was making the paint. God, yeah, I'm never gonna live that one down. Automotive is all I hear from Cliff now.
But it was
But,
at you motive.
yeah, at Umotive.
All right, bud.
But,
Well, congrats on that strong P3 run. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs tonight, and let's not mention Hayden anymore.
okay. Got to thank Side Pipes. If you're in the Newton, Catawba County area, hit him up for any automotive repairs, custom exhaust, anything like that. He has worked on Hendrick Motorsports cars. Rick Hendrick personally, Dale Jr. Spit and Venom podcast. This is going to be a fun week. We've definitely had our fair share of drama in SRL this week. Sneed Tombstone Game Farm. Happy to bring it home third and give them a shout out. Definitely want to give a shout out to BCR Simworks. I'm getting a rig made here soon from them, so I'm excited. Low Time Motors, man, we were hauling tonight, just not close enough, but we'll go into tomorrow night and next week and see what we can get done.
How many damn times you gonna say boy?
Listen, I'm excited, Trenton. I don't finish top 3. I've forgotten how to interview.
Should have said, I don't know.
I don't know. There you go. But yeah, you for broadcasting, admins for putting this on, everybody in the league. There you go, Trenton. It's been fun. I'm excited. Finally finished the races. This is the first time all season I didn't get wrecked. So hell yeah. I'm going to go drink a lot of cheerleader beer, as Trenton calls it, and pour one out for Toby Keith.
There you go. Whiskey for your men, beer for your horses.
Yeah.
All right, bud. Congrats on that strong one. We'll see you in the next race. You racing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Trenton, fuck you.
Let's go bring in Blake Giglio. Blake, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going?
Well, sir, we bring it home in victory lane for the Artemis Esports team. How do we feel about the race tonight, and how'd you get it done?
Yeah, man. Finally, we got a little bit of luck going our way. We've been running good. A couple close races, tough losses last few nights. So I'm glad we could finally hold on to one. I saw the L come out, and I was like, "Yep, here we go again." I figured we were gonna be in for a long one, but got a good jump and was able to rip the wall there and come out there with the win.
Well, you ready for the important stats?
Yeah, let's hear it.
This brings you to 113 wins all-time in Sidewinder, only 13 back from the GOAT Lucas Hoitzma. So if you kick it in gear this season, you very well could become the most winningest driver in Sidewinder history.
Hopefully he ain't watching, so he doesn't know.
Right, so he doesn't come back and try to defend it?
Even if he does, 113 is insane to me. I mean, I started racing with you guys since I was like 15, I think.
Pretty much. I think you're 12.
It's kind of crazy.
I still think you're 12, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's right. I know, it's kind
I
of
can't get it out of my head that you actually grow up. It's I met you when you were one way, and that's still how you are in my head. You act differently, but in my head, I just can't get the number to change. You know what I mean?
Oh, I get it. I was watching the broadcast, said I was 15, like on like the, what do you call, like the, like graphic, and I was like, holy crap.
That's great. Well, congrats on the win tonight. You got those Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for us tonight?
Yeah, shout out to Artemis Esports, all they do, and all their help. Shout out to Low Drag, my buddies, you for broadcasting, CC Racing, Jake Swanson Shock Technology, Apex Autoglass, everyone that is on here, and glad that we were able to finally bring one home.
All right, and hopefully next week we can figure out how to get the decals on your car.
Well, next week I'm in Florida. So.
Well, okay, 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks to figure it out.
I'll get them in 2 weeks.
All right, bud. Take care. Congrats on the win tonight, and we'll see you in the next one.
Appreciate it.
The Blake Giglio getting the win tonight in the 16. Congrats to him and all of his teammates. Christian with the raid. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's go ahead and Blake Forever 15 Giglio. That's great. Great nickname, Scott. Blake getting the win tonight. Let's go ahead and run through our final results. Quite a field tonight, almost 30 cars. Blake Giglio, Tyler Lane, and Andrew Beach. Dylan Simmons, Travis Martin, your top 5. Dalton Hayes, John Garrett, Jeff Prochatsky, Brianna Lavin, and Sam Vanderplatt picking up top 10s. JR Deal, Mark Dingman, Daniel Lawal, and Colin Teague, John Neckrich, Kristen Delgado, Zach Margerson, Jeremy Scherer, Dave Hoisman, Cliff Mullins, the top 20. Then we have Ian Montrose, Gatlin Downey, Matt Menke, Will Asheranner, Hayden Lowell, Jake Lawrence, Andy Morrell, Trenton Sneed, and Brady Farrell rounding out the field. Run through our sponsor lineup and get the bills paid. soon as I remember how to do that. There we go. I thank Wild Horse Broadcasting doing our ARCA series on Monday nights. Rev Sim Shop does our Dirt Street Stock tours on Tuesday, getting us started on our Tuesday night doubleheaders. Then we have the Labor 12, awesome rock band out of Lubbock, Texas. Check them out wherever you get your music. LaborXII.com. ARC Music does our Wednesday Cup Series, the Gen 4 Cup Series last night. Put on a good show. Fort Worth Screen Printing, they've been with us a long time. Put on our Xfinity series. We appreciate them, John T. Garrett and company. Golden Eagle Syrup puts on our Super Speedway series on Fridays. And then after that, we have the CTC Race Network broadcasting our Indy cars. So come check them all out. We'd love to have you be part of our community. DGSRacing.com. Then click that big red stake to get to our Discord. Blake Giglio, your winner tonight in Kansas. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you in the next race.